So this is JD. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe. Please like. And I'm just going to do a little bit of an unboxing today. Normally my work is watchmaking, and I bought this camera specifically to allow me to perhaps do some active videos on watchmaking where the camera is not permanently affixed, and we'll see how that works. This is the EK 7000. It's like the Binford 2000. AKA 50 on the top, or is it AKSO? Probably SO. And it is a 4K camera. It has Wi-Fi built into it, and it says 4K action camera on the side here, and it says splash proof remote. So it has a remote control, which is kind of cool. I may even do some fishing videos with this, who knows. Action camera, waterproof case, remote control, battery charger, battery. There's a mount, there's a helmet mount, a clip 1, clip 2, hard hat mount, a tether, bandage, I'm not sure what that's all about, USB cable, hopefully it's USB-C, protective back door, quick start guide, and that's it. So this is an interesting camera. So I bought the one with the memory card installed, or memory card as well, and this camera ran me about $100 with tax Canadian, so it's pretty good. And the apps, as you can see, you can get something from the App Store. Download the AKASO Go app for ready to share moments and claim your points for an exclusive gift. Oh yeah, I just want to make sure this thing works. So let's open this up. Not sure how to open it up. I think there's likely something on top here. I'll just cut this. It's always a good start when you want to open a box, is to cut something, right? And these boxes, I'm telling you, look, that is stuck. So I don't even know if that's supposed to open from this side. And if this side, it might open. Let me try this side here. This may have more success than the other side. So this is an unboxing. So I think I will do a technical video later, but I know that I'm going to pull this out and there's going to be a whole lot of crap in it. So, whole lot of crap. That is a song by the whole lot of crap. Whole lot of crap. So there's the box. Not a problem. It did come in from the bottom, which makes no sense at all. And there seems to be a little bit of a platform here for this camera, and there are little stickers to remove, but I'm leaving them in there. And there's another sticker to remove from the back. I'll have to take that off. And this is the waterproof case. I'm not sure how this thing works, but it's kind of cool actually. So you open this up here, and there is, let me just move this mat here a bit. There is an instruction booklet, user manual, QR code, contact us, yabba dabba dabba. It is amazing what you get for $100 though. So it looks like I've got to download the action camera. So we'll see how many frames per second it does. This looks like a back door for the waterproof case. And then there's a whole whack of straps. I'm not sure which straps will apply, but I'm hoping there's one I can use for my head. There is a cleaning cloth and a couple of lanyards here that I believe are for, again, the case. And there's a couple of there's one lanyard here, and there's actually a bunch of tie wraps. So I'll have to look up what that's for. This I'll never be able to fit this stuff back in. This isn't like a bicycle mount, I think. So I won't be using that until I get my hip fixed. And there is a clip mount. There it is there. You just open that up and you clip it. That might be pretty handy. I don't know. We'll see. Every type of mount you ever wanted. There's another mount here that looks like it is this integrates with one of the other mounts because there's a screw in there. So again, let's see how that works. And this is yet another mount. This looks like it's just a simple flat mount, and we'll check that out. These are some of the attachments for screwing the other mounts in, and then screwing that in like that. And there's another mount of some sort here. I don't know what that is. There's a USB cable, and it is USB-C, thank God. USB-C, I'll move that to the side. And there's another mount. This is a world of mounts. And then they threw in, there's the flash card on the bottom. That's supposed to be a 64 gig flash card. There it is there. I was wondering where that was, because you can buy it without the flash card. And there's another mount. Oh my God. And I'm not sure what this box is, but it's another box. So there's a mount again, and that screws in, I think, into a camera case, because it's got your typical atypical camera case screw. And this is another box that's got something in it. What is this? Oh, I think this is the battery charging device. So this has got a door, and it's got a USB-C that opens up like that, and the two batteries get thrown in there, and they are used for charging. And these are the two batteries that I'm going to have to charge up. Battery 1 and battery 2. I can throw those in right away, see if I can get some charge out of them. So that's that. Another mount here. I'll just put all these mounts aside. And this, my friends, is the remote control. And then there's another strap on the side. And I'm not sure what this is for. Maybe it's for your head or something. I was hoping I could head mount this thing. But, you know, it depends how big your head is. Mine is pretty big, so it's, and the more subscribers I get on YouTube, the bigger my head gets. So there we go. I pull that out for installation later, and there's the remote control. And I'll just, somehow I got to take this thing off of the top here. So I think this mount here is just for the case. So if I remove this from the box, right, the box, then I should be able to remove this from the case. I don't think this slides out, does it? Oh, maybe you press down on it and it slides out of place. I am not sure, because this looks like it should slide out of place. Yeah, I think I should have just pushed down on it. There's like little grippies here. Anyway, I'll just take it out like this for now, and then we'll worry about everything later. So we'll just take that out like this. And of course, you drop something on the ground, you're always dropping things. All right, there we go. So that's that, and I'll check this mount out later, but it does look like there's a slide in and out thing with this mount. I don't know. We'll just put this aside with the tons of gear, and I'm just going to pause over for a second. So this is the little battery charging unit, and I'm just going to throw the batteries in and see what happens. So I don't know if these batteries are pre-charged or not. They might be, they might not be. It looks like you got to pull a tab out here maybe for these things to work. I should read the manual quickly, otherwise I'll do things I'm not supposed to do and I'll pay for it later. In spades. Don't dispose on do not temperature, don't disassemble, but this looks like a tab I need to pull out. So, and maybe the, yeah, it does look like a tab that I have to pull out, but maybe not. But why else would you have this? The only other reason is if you throw the battery in like this, it helps you pull the battery out. That's probably what it is. So I'll put these in place here. So I got battery 1 and battery 2, like that. So is that in? Yeah, that was in too. So there's battery 1 and battery 2, and then I'll close the door. There's a secure door closing activity. And I've got a USB-C, and they're both showing negative on the back. So that definitely I need a charge on these batteries. So I'm going to push everything aside, and I'm going to let these charge for a few minutes so I can test this camera out. So now I've got a USB card. This is a small flash card, actually, not a USB card. And a 64 gig flash card, but I want to take this camera out of the case. So how do I do that? There's probably some kind of a hook here. Oh, I know what I do. I just take this here and just lift that up. And it's got one of those very strong wedgy things. And this camera is in a protective waterproof case, and it looks like this. And it's probably a good idea to keep this in the case at all times. And these are the depression buttons here, and they align perfectly with the buttons on the camera. And of course, this camera, being a great camera, it's got your typical spec'd out camera screw-in thing, and I think this works with any stand. I have one of my cameras I use for doing videos, this camera here, and I've got a stand I bought for it a long time ago, and I bet you any money this camera will fit on this stand. It might actually have features in it that I'm more interested in. So And this is where you put the battery in. I'm sure you push this forward, and then there's the battery compartment like that. But again, I'll let these charge for a little while. And you've got to be able to put the SD card somewhere. So where do you put that? It's got a mode of operation. There's the mode button, the AKASO or the AK50. I'm not sure, but it's the EK7000. It's the Binford 7000. Getting started. Peel off the films on the camera screen, camera lens of the camera, and the waterproof case. Make sure the battery is full power for the first time use. Format your micro SD card, not included, well this one was, firstly in the camera before using it. So I don't even know where to put the darn thing. So I've got to take these off. So I'll peel that off, and I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to put this in the box. That way I know I'm not losing it. And I got to peel this off because it probably doesn't take good clear pictures with the plastic on it. I'm going to put that in the box so I know where that is. But for $100, I mean, geez, not a bad deal. And there's the camera case. I have a camera that's similar to this, but a little more difficult to actually move your pictures over. Like incredibly difficult, actually. And there's another peel off case here, and there's little tabs in the corner, which is great. And this tells you how to close it, but it still doesn't tell me how to put the flash card in. So I'm going to just look inside the battery compartment again, because sometimes it might be contained in the battery compartment. Is there a flash card drive thing in here? No, there is not. Where is the flash card? Where does it go? Where does it go? Does it go here? No, that's the door. That's for the door. Maybe these batteries will charge quickly, and I'll be able to figure this out, right? There's some mode up and down buttons. It's pretty simple. There's where the flash card goes right there. I'm a moron. So I need to put the flash card in there, and it either goes one way or the other. So I think the pins are on the bottom here, so the flash card would go in the bottom. So I can basically put the flash card in like this. I think it goes like that. Is that right? No, it's not. The flash card should fit in there comfortably without a problem. And there it is. So the flash card's in. It's all good. And well, I gotta wait till the battery is fully charged. And right now I got red, baby. And I'm gonna have to look at the manual to see how long it takes to charge. But in the meantime, let's get the app. All right, for the app, you just hit AKASO Go, and it's the first app right there. And it should show. It shows all these other stupid apps. Photo generator, there we go. Get, AKASO Go, get. So I'm getting the app, and we'll have a look at this app in a second. So loading the app, it comes up like this, and you just hit agree and go. And there's all kinds of pictures from people online here. What the hell's all this about? I think these are just people that are able to share their videos with this particular app, but then when you hit device, it wants to use Bluetooth. Now if I use my Bluetooth to connect, I'll allow it. Yeah, it's not going to, I got to be able to add the device, so it's going to have to see it on Bluetooth. So I probably am going to have to look at the PDF manual. So to find the PDF manual, they have a little QR code here, and I think if I just point to that QR code, it's going to give me an address, and I can just get go, and now that's going to go to AKASO TECH, AKO whatever tech, and there is the user manual, folks. And there's English, and I can hit English, and there's what you get with the user manual. What's in the box? Your EK7000 by Binford, getting started overview of modes, customizing, connecting to the Go app. That's page 13. So it's only 23 pages, and the back end is contact us, and the first one is what's in the box. Well, I've already seen what's in the box, so I gotta wait till I get some power in order to connect and try this thing out. But I gotta wait till I'm fully charged before I get some power, so we will be back. All right, there's the EK7000. If you look from 1 at the top, the shutter and OK button. 2 is a working Wi-Fi indicator. 3 is a power mode and exit button. 4 is a charger indicator. I imagine it's red if it's not charged yet. 5 is the microphone. Memory card slot is 6. I've already shown you that. USB external mic port is 7 on the side. HDMI port, and we'll see what that could be used for. I think that's just for data transfer, is 8. The lens, obviously, the screen is 10. Charging indicator is 11 on the back. And we've got the working indicator is 12, so it tells you whether it's on or whether it's charging. And then 13 is the button up, and the button down is also a Wi-Fi button, likely if you press long on it. And 15 is a speaker, and then we get the battery cover, and then we've got getting started. There's the memory card. Note, please format the memory card the first time the camera is being used to keep the memory card in good condition. Reformat it in on a regular basis. Reformatting erases all of your content, so be sure to offload your photos and videos first. Memory card larger than the specified minimum capacity can cause issues like non-recognition. Here's how you install the memory card. Locate the slot, and then you push it in. And be sure you turn off the camera before installation. And the battery, you just push it in. There's a slot for it. And then you charge the camera, so you can locate the USB power port, connect it to the camera. This is USB-C, and connect the camera to the USB-C adapter or the computer using the USB cable. The charging indicator will flash red while charging and black out when fully charged. Once fully charged, disconnect the cable. Tip: you can also use the charger. You can also charge the battery separately using the included battery charger. And it says that if the camera can be fully charged in 1 hour and lasts 90 minutes of runtime in 4K recording mode. That's pretty good. The actual battery life may vary depending on your environment, blah, blah, blah. That's how you turn it on, turn it off. You do the power modes, all of that. Overview of the various modes. I'll have to get used to that. You've got a video playback mode, which is pretty handy, so you can see what you've taped. Video setting modes, and this is 4K, so it's pretty cool. I imagine you can do the settings for the video so you can see what resolution you're looking for. And it's system setting modes, general setting modes, and then video settings. So there's what you can get there. So you can get 1080 60 frames a second. That's usually what I end up trying for. Or 30 might be a little less chunky. Not sure how well it does. It does up to 4K 30, but you don't really need that. And you can do a loop your video. Allows you to set a video length before recording, and then, for instance, if you set loop video to 3 minutes, the camera will save the video every 3 minutes. When the memory is full, the new files will overwrite the old ones to ensure continuous recording. So that's pretty good. That's pretty cool. So it's got a lot of stuff here. Microphone is part of the camera, but you can have an external microphone. So you can have a mic or an external mic, and that's connected to the USB port. So you got to be sure. It says if you do not wish to use an external mic, be sure to use the built-in mode. So that's pretty good. Special effect, volume, settings, beep, this thing to beep you, and then an exposure. So the light exposure. Someone said this doesn't work well in low light, but that's fine. There's a car mode here. So this mode automatically turns on and records video. If you connect it with the car cigarette lighter, it'll automatically save the video file and turn off if you stop the car. So which is stopping the power to it, I guess. So it understands that. So you can use this in the car to format that big ass accident that happened right in front of you. So that's pretty good. Frequency is 50 or 60 hertz down below. Date stamp on and off. Target date. The upside down screensaver. Auto power off. That's pretty handy. And format. So this is formatting your micro SD card. And that has to be the first thing I do in this video. And then connecting the Go app. So this is basically how to connect it. This shouldn't be a big deal, I don't think. And then from there you can actually play back on your phone, deleting videos or photos, and you can do that with the system as well, and you can transfer the content. via USB cable. I believe you can also use the smartphone Go app to transfer content. So that's it. That's pretty much reformatting your card, maintaining your camera, maximizing battery life. That's pretty normal stuff. And then there's this remote control, which is the photo button or the video button. That's pretty cool. So you can remotely turn that off and on. I'll have to look at how to use that, but that's pretty cool. I suspect it has a battery already in it, I hope. And that, my friends, is it. There's the mountings for the camera. I'll have to look at that as well. I was hoping to get a head mount, but I think I've already got one. The second one down here is usually a strap that you can put around it. And there you go. So that's the camera. That's basically what the manual is telling me. So it says that you should put the battery in and then put the flash card in after that. So I'm just going to press down and pull the flash card out and then sit it here until I've got that battery charged, and then I'll put the battery in first and then the flash card. I've got my guitar fingernails on these hands with a band-aid from stabbing myself with a graver. Isn't that grave? Huh. Now this is a remote control. It's in a little plastic case here. I'll just take this out for now. I'm not sure. This looks like it's got some kind of a lanyard, a thing where you can hold that on your, probably around your waist or something, or on your wrist with one of the straps that's provided here. So all these connectors I have already from another camera I bought a while back. Maybe it's the same company that made the other camera too. So on the top of the camera there was a camera mount. I wasn't sure what the hell this was, but I looked in the back, which I should have done before, and it says to take out the silicone rubber protector, the mount, give the mount a buckle, a hard pull, and then pull backward is towards me, I think, backward to disassemble the camera. So here you're taking this off, the rubber protector, there it is there, and then you're giving this a pull, and you're pulling this backward to pull this out. And look at that, it worked. This is weird. And then the camera mounts into this thing here, and it's got this silicone protector there for some unapparent reason. So this is only to take the camera out, which was mounted like this in the case. So this likely won't be used. So I'll just put this away and throw that into the box. Everything goes in the box. So there we go. We'll just toss this into the box for now. I'm kind of looking at all the mounts. This mount looks useful because it's got some kind of a clip on it here. So it looks like a fairly useful mount. And I know that I can mount this thing directly with the camera. These are two of those mounts that are the same as the ones that were on the box, and they've got a sticky backside. So I'm not sure where they'll go, but those are sticky backside mounts. And then there's a big mount here. That's a double screwed up mount with a handlebar thing. That's for a bicycle. That's pretty obvious. And then this one here looks like it's, again, this just slides in and locks into something. I got to figure out what that platform is that this thing locks into. It's got to lock into either one of these or probably one of these. And you stick this to something and then use this to lock it in. So they never provide decent, adequate instructions with this. This looks like it's got a pretty big clip jobby doohickey here. So something would mount into this with something else. So I'm going to need instructions on how to mount things with mounts. So that's another mount. Anyway, I'm going to have to read that manual again to figure out how do I want this thing mounted. So I will probably end up mounting it. I did want to videotape some of my fishing expedition stuff, and I can put it on my boat and maybe videotape some wonderful fishing that I'm doing, and I'm sure my kids will enjoy that. And I go, look, Dad, stop videotaping and sending us videos, please. You're annoying as hell. So that's it. So these straps here I'm going to have a look at, because these things here might be useful for around the wrist. I don't think any of these straps are going to go around my head, by the way, so I'll have to look at something else for that. You know, all these straps here look like they're small and inadequate. They give you a lot of mounting options, but I think it's mainly because this is an action camera, you're fitting it on a ski pole or you're fitting it on your helmet. One of the mounts was a helmet mount, so, and that's the German name, Mr. Helmet Mount. So these are other mounting straps. And these are two-way sticky pads that probably line up with one of the mounts that I've got here, so that you've got a sticky pad and you've got something to mount the sticky pad to. And I'm sure that, yeah, I think these here are the ones that will probably likely be the most obvious mounts, because it looks like the other mounts slide into this one here. So I think, and this one here looks like a lot like the one that was in the top of the box. So you're sticking that to something and then mounting it. The clip seems to be the most useful one, actually. So from a form factor perspective, it looks pretty good. It's not that heavy. Of course, when you put the battery in, it gets a lot heavier. And as I was saying before, the I'm on buttons are there, and there's on the back there's lights as well that tell you the status of this thing. Plus there's a fingerprint collection system here on the back. so that's that. And then the waterproofing of this is simply by this case alone, right? I've had one of these cases before that I'll have to show you, and the buttons interact directly with the camera itself. You just simply drop this into place, and then you squeeze this down like that, and then you clip it like this, and then just close it, and that's pretty tight seal there. And then you've got this here which allows you to mount this. I have had one of these mounts before for another camera I have. So this isn't my first rodeo with these rodeo. So here I've got another camera that I had a while back. It's not 4K and it's not Wi-Fi, but it kind of did the job. I left the protection on the back, and this camera here was also a HD 480p, which is pretty good. I don't think it will turn on. I'm not sure, actually. Oh, it looks like it does turn on. So it's got very low battery, but it is, as you can see, it still works. Low battery, turn off. So it just turned off. It's got a flash card here. Let's see how many gigabytes I got in this thing. This is a 32 gig micro card. So there we go. So this camera here, it fulfilled its purpose. I did make many videos over the years. I would have to find the battery compartment here. There's an on-off button here. I think the battery probably goes in here. And there's the battery. Now I pull this thing out, and what do we got? And there it is there. And this might be the exact same size as these batteries here. I'm not sure. Now it's a different charging unit in the back. So I'd have to figure out how this thing is charged, and if it's possible to USB charge this battery. So this just slides in like that. It's a pretty hefty battery, and it's got an on and off here. I'm not sure what this on and off is all about, but it's something. So I think this has got an HDMI port, and it's got a USB mini adapter port, and this camera worked pretty good, but you can see the difference in the footprint. So this is the new one. And let me just throw this inside of its protective case. Did a lot of kayaking with this one back in the day. And I had to buy another cover for it because the cover broke. It snapped on me. The cover actually snapped. So close that down. And there's the difference in size, folks. We've got a much smaller footprint right now. This weighs a ton. This weighs very little. So this does have a lock, so I can lock that down. It doesn't look like it locks at all. Anyway, so this is a much smaller footprint. So this is the new technology here, 4K, and we'll see how this one works as soon as the darn battery gets charged. So when the battery's charged, you'll see two blue. It was red before, as you could see, and then just take the batteries out. And to remove the battery, you open the door here. Why do these things never open easily? Oh, you got to press the lid here and then pull. That's how you open the door. So it's a press and pull, and then you grab the tab and you pull the battery out. And I don't know if I keep the battery in this container. I'd probably keep it in there if it's not being used. It's not going to discharge from there. There's just a contact in there, and that's it. So there might be some capacitor or something in there. And now I want to put the battery into the camera. So I just have to pull this forward, and then the door opens up automatically. In there you can see the contacts on the bottom. You see a bunch of contacts over on this side here. And you want to make sure you line these contacts up with this, and then push this in like this, and then this should just close like that, and then away you go. So there we go. And I'll bet you dollars to donuts, which is an old saying when they had donuts were worth $1, that when you press this button, 1, 2, 3, nothing happens because it's a mode button. I think that's how you turn it on. Oh yeah, it is. Look at that. It turned on. And you get a blue light, and it reports here that it's 4K, 30 frames per second, yabba dabba doo, yabba dabba dabba, right? So there you go. And I think if you press the mode button again, that's in the front here, it goes into different programming modes. So let me see if I can press this mode button again. I don't need to be doing this in 4K. So here you get the battery charge, the TF card, and it says, what does it say? 20 meters. Not sure what that's all about. So I'm just going to keep pressing this mode button and see if I get something that's useful. I think it should go into the memory. So I hit the down arrow here, and the Wi-Fi is currently on. So let's connect the app up while the Wi-Fi is on. So get down here and turn on my Wi-Fi on my thingamajabby-doo here, Hickey, and I saw the camera and it says put in the password. Look at that, and there's a password of all passwords. It's 12345678890. There we go. So let's just enter this crazy easy password, right? 12345678890. Join. So now it's joining the Wi-Fi network, and there we go. And it is connected. Press down button to turn off Wi-Fi. So now I'm connected, and now I should be able to go into that app that I had on before. I won't show you all this stuff here, but I got the app that I had. There we go, the AKASO, the AKASO app. There it is. Now when I hit device and hit add device, and it's got a lot of cameras. So I don't think mine is the Pro. So it would probably say Pro on it, but I didn't bother getting the Pro. I don't need the Pro. So there it is there. And I want to record every moment. Wi-Fi on. Follow the instructions. The above operation has been confirmed. Follow. What is this saying here? Down to exit Wi-Fi. Okay, live preview. So I'll allow, and it's connecting. Allow while using app. I recommend that, by the way. And so now it is telling me what? I'm not sure. Please follow the animation prompts to make sure your device has Wi-Fi turned on. Record every moment. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is actually working, but let's just back this up a bit. See if my device has been added. I don't think it has. Choose what device you want to add. So it's connected to the phone, but I got to choose what device I want to add, and this was this one here. And then it says live previewed. So let me just confirm and hit live preview and see if this actually connects. Oh, there we go. Something's happening. And if it connects properly, I should be able to see what the camera is seeing, right? Theoretically. So video, yes, I think. Please check your SD. Oh, I forgot to format my card. I'm going to turn this off, right? I'm going to hold the mode button down and turn that off. And now it's off. And now I have to put in the SD card. So I did not do that. And I can tell these folks that I would love to have their 1,000-year warranty. Is that going to go in? I think it is. I got that long fingernail, which is really handy for... Eventually the fingernail will fall off. So I got to format this card first. And you just hold the mode button down for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. And that should turn it on. And there we go. It's on. And then I think I got to press the mode button again until I can format this card. Is that what? I think that's what the manual said. Mode, no file, up and down, no file. I may have to look at the manual again to format the card. Or not sure. This is video resolution. I can probably change that. Up and down button, lapse time, EIS, loop video, lap time. So if I wanted to change the video resolution, I have to go here and probably press this button. There we go. So I'm just going to want 1080p 60 frames. I don't need to have the crazy resolution here. And then I'll just press this button again. And there we go, 1080p 60 frames. So all you're doing is pressing this button once you get the right mode. And I probably have to press the mode button, might make it go down, I think, or what? No, actually the mode's going to select various stuff. That's the video mode. This is the photo resolution, 20 megs. Yeah, I guess so. A little bit. Self timer off. I think you eventually get to burst photo off, and then press the mode button again, and it gets you to microphone. Sorry, it's upside down here. I got to look at it. Built-in. I'll use the built-in microphone. Volume. Blah 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 is at 7. Go down. Beep. Exposure, remote control is on. That's cool. Built-in microphone, so that's done. Press the mode button again. Car, language, date and time. I think eventually I get format the SD card. Date format, month, day, year. I don't like that actually. I like year, month, day, or day, month, year. There we go. That's the Canadian format A. So I'll do that. Sorry about the clearness. It's all upside down for you. And then I will see if I can go down here and 60 hertz frequency, screensaver, power off in 3 minutes. Yes, format. So this is what I wanted. So this is going to format. Press the shutter button to exit. I think I just have to press this button again. No, it ended up going back to that, so I needed to format would be, there's the shutter button to exit, and I think it's formatted. I'm not sure, because when I hit format it was all good. So this is connected now, so if I hit connect camera and then hit live preview here, Wi-Fi connection setting, LAN turn off, search for, tap on it, enter the code, and blah blah blah. So now I've got to go back to my Wi-Fi settings again and find the camera. And I think to find the camera I got to turn my Wi-Fi on, and then somehow it works. Let me see. This is always fun. Wi-Fi off. Wi-Fi on. There it is. I can see it's ready to connect. There we go. I'm connecting, and it should be connected. It's always fun to connect the device, right? But then there I'm connected. It says no internet connection. That's fine. I'm not trying to connect with the internet, buddy. I'm just trying to connect with the camera here. And the app is, there we go. Let's see if I can find the device. Connect the camera. It says it's connected to Wi-Fi, and I'm not sure if this is going to connect, but if it doesn't, I'm going to give up now and just play with this later. And it's a matter of connecting the app. It says press down button to turn off the Wi-Fi, but it says it's connected to the Wi-Fi. So if I were to hit video, what's going to happen? Or if I hit, there's no data, it says. So if I hit video, is it showing me any video? I think it's trying to, but it's not doing a good job. It does have a settings mode up here, and you can format the micro SD card. Continue to format. Yes, and so I'm telling it to format the card. Operation succeeded, so it actually formatted the card. So you can format the card within the app, which is pretty handy. So it is connected to the connected here. So it's just not showing me anything. Maybe I got to hit mode again. Let me just hit the mode button again and see if it turns something on. Oh, now it's recording something. So I just hit record, and then I'll hit stop, and it stopped. So let's just record something. I'm going to get out of this foolish app and see if I can record something. So let me get out of the Wi-Fi here. And so it knows it's no longer connected. I'll figure out how to do that Wi-Fi thing later. And let's get out of here, skedoodle. And I want to disconnect Wi-Fi. So I'm going to turn this off. Press the down button to turn off the Wi-Fi. I think that did it, right? All right, I didn't have to hold it down. So if you can see, it's looking at stuff, right? It's looking at stuff right now. This is the record button, but what I want to do is try the remote. I'm not sure if this remote actually has a battery in it, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to record where I'm recording. So I'm going to point the camera at my computer screen where I'm doing the recording, and I'm going to hit record and see if, yeah, it's recording. It just took a picture. So that's the picture photo mode, and now I'm going to do a recording, and it is in recording mode right now, and I'm just going to turn around and I'm going to wave, how you doing? And I'm going to turn it off again with the remote, and it has stopped recording. Now, to review the recording, I got to figure out what to do here to review can I see the recordings? I think you can actually see the files. I'm going to go hit the up button, see what happens. Nothing. I'm going to hit the down button, see what happens. I'm just kind of playing games here to see if I can see the files. It looks like it's still recording something. Oh no, it was the Wi-Fi link. Turn that off. I don't need the Wi-Fi. I just want to go to the recording. So if I go to mode again, and it's showing me stuff, and the up button, the down button don't really do anything. I think it's just probably turned on the Wi-Fi again. Yeah, this is beeping away, so the Wi-Fi is on. Then it says connect with Wi-Fi, so it likes to connect with Wi-Fi. And let me see, hit the mode button again. Mode, hit the mode button again. Mode, oh, and there's the pictures. There's the videos and the pictures. There we go. Now, I think probably this button here would be a select. So if I hit that, and it works. There we go. And nothing is screen sensitive. It's a shame, but it isn't. So it's fine. It's not a really super expensive camera. I said this thing costs like 80 bucks. So I think if I hold the mode button down again, it'll turn itself off. There we go. AKASO, and I read the manual really quickly, but it's fairly intuitive on how to work this thing. And now that I've got it actually running, I can throw it inside this clip, because I think this clip is the one that I'll like the most. And this clip just does that. I think you just clip it in like this. There we go. And it just turned on again. And I want to turn that off. 2, 3. And all you need to do is hold it down for 3 seconds and the thing turns off, and it's got a little bit of a clip there, so I could probably put that on my baseball cap if I clip it this way, and it'll take pictures of the ceiling. Wonderful. Anyway, so that's the EK7000. A quick little look at it, and let me know if you like that look. It only costs Canadian dollars with tax $100. So in US dollars, that's like 80 bucks or something. So, and that's with tax. So this is pretty cool for the price. And as I told you before, it's a much smaller footprint than my old HD camera, which was like heavy as shit. And I had this one on my kayak back in the days. And I can easily put this in a waterproof case. And I would like to get a helmet mount or a head mount for this thing, and see if it's mountable that way. And I know I've got some camera mounts, some tripods, and I can put that in the tripod. The other thing that would have been nice for this is if you connected it up to the USB-C and to your computer, will it show, like, will it actually show the video? I think I've got an active USB cable here. I'm not sure which one of these is active, but if I connect this up here, I can't remember whether this cable actually is active. I know the other one is. So if let me grab the other cable for the hell of it, and it's connected up to the computer. And I just plug this thing in over on the side here. And it should show there's a little red button there. And that will be connected to the computer, right? And so it's saying PC cam. Oh, I like that. So if I hit PC cam and hit this button here as a select, right? This turns this camera into a camera. So let me see if I can display this. There, as you can see, it goes into a camera mode. I can't get my cable much further, but there you can see the camera mode, and I'm a watchmaker and I got a couple watches on the go right now. So there it is there. It's got a lot of lag on it, so I would probably have to change the configuration or something and get it to spit out at not the defaults, but maybe at 30 frames per second or something. I'd have to look and see what this is set up at. So it does work on your computer while plugged in as a PC camera. Although I've got much better cameras, I'll never use it for this. So that's it. So whatever. And one last thing, when you have this plugged in, you can see if I can select modes here. You can put it into power. You can put it into charging mode, because the first thing it does, it's going to turn off in a second. And then you plug it in. Let me plug it back in again. And when you plug it in, it says, hey buddy, do you want this to be in MSDC mode, which is transferring files? It says it's charging right now. In the corner there's a charge button. I apologize for not being in the center. Why don't I just move the camera over a bit? There we go. So it says it's charging, and it can be in the PC cam mode or the charging mode. So I think if I put it in the charging mode here and then press this button, this is select button basically, then it is now in the charging mode, although it was charging before. And as there's videos, it says it turns the video off after you've done it in a slice of time. So that's pretty much it. I think I got to change the date and time. There's a microphone symbol here. It looks like it's in this mode. It's not actually recording anything. So let me unplug this and be very brave and unplug it. And it's going to turn itself off. So there we go. So let me rotate this over, and so I've got stuff here. This works. The remote control absolutely works. The battery charger was no problem charging this thing up. And I think because I have a lower resolution set for this thing, I don't have it in 4K. I've just basically got in 1080p, 30 frames a second. I don't really need 4K right now. This thing will suffice. So there we go. That's the camera. That's the new camera. I do like that clip. I'm not sure what I'll clip it onto, but I like the clip. And it would be nice if I could rotate this so I could attach it. I think if you put the camera on your chest or something, you clip that on. You can put it on your shirt or something and just clip it on. So this is my law enforcement don't mess with me camera. So there we go. I'll be recording my calls to local boaters on the lake. So there we go. That's the camera. So I hope you liked that little short video, and I'll see you later.